Welcome to Caldwell County Today. I'm Paige Counts, Public Information Officer for Caldwell County. Joining me today is Brittany Kanupp with the Tax Department. Welcome, Brittany.
Thank you.
Brittany, you're here to talk about something that's really important for our seniors.
Yes. So our elderly exclusion program for taxes will discount the amount they have to pay on their home taxes plus up to 1 acre of their land. So if they make under $31,000 or $31,900 a year, they can qualify for this program if it's their permanent and primary residence.
So really anyone at or below that mark, how do they apply for this?
So they can either print the application off of our website or just come in and pick an application up. We distribute lots of those with all the instruction sheets every day. So we probably see a couple hundred people every year just to pick up that application.
And age-wise, how old do you have to be?
You have to be 65 years old or older by January 1st of the year that you apply.
And how complicated is this? Because sometimes when we see tax forms, people like me start, it just makes us nervous.
That I definitely understand. We actually will help anybody that needs help filling out that form. We just need a copy of their, either if they file a tax return, a copy of that first page, or their income statements from Social Security or any other income that they would have to submit to file a tax return. And then we can fill the whole application out with them.
So really, you can just come by the tax office. Tell people where your office is located.
So we are in downtown Lenoir. I'm at 905 West Avenue Northwest in the county office building.
And about how much does this save people?
So it's up to half. So it will discount the property value by $25,000 or half, whichever is greater.
Okay, so it's a significant savings for folks on their property taxes.
It is generally several $100s worth of savings.
So that is very important to get that done. Do you have to apply every year?
For the elderly exclusion, no. You just apply the one time. Once you're approved, we audit that every 5th year just to make sure everything is still the same, the property deed hasn't changed, and the income hasn't exceeded the current amount.
If someone applied last year and for some reason did not qualify, would it be beneficial for them to apply again this year?
Yes. Since that income limit is changed every year by the state, it does go up. Generally, amount they increase Social Security. So if you didn't qualify last year, there is a chance you could qualify this year, especially if anything has changed with your income.
So definitely be on the lookout for that. There's also an exemption or a disability exclusion. Tell us about that.
Yes. So it doesn't have the age bracket. But it does, you have to be 100% disabled, certified by your doctor. There is an additional form to submit with that application for that.
So really all the same, $31,900 income limit, 100% disabled really is the
And as long as it's your permanent and primary residence, yes.
So it's the house you live in, not your beach house or your mountain house.
Right.
This is the home you actually are living in. And
yes.
It really can save you money. And again, if you applied last year and didn't qualify, you may look at it again this year.
Definitely.
And the next one I think is a little bit more, if I remember from last year, I don't know if this was the one that's a little more complicated or if there's another one, but we also have a disabled veteran exclusion.
Yes. So this one is actually the easiest one if you are a disabled veteran. So if you are 100% service-related disabled, there is no income limit, there is no age limit. It's just if you are 100% service-related disabled, you can qualify for this program. You just have to get a DVA-9 form from the Veterans Affairs Office, and Regina will be happy to help anybody with that at Veterans Affairs.
And I imagine that Regina is referring folks for this often.
Absolutely. We actually send a stack of applications to her office just for this every year.
And a lot of good things, no income limit, that's huge.
Well, and I think that's well-deserved because it doesn't matter how much you draw from the VA. If you're 100% service-related, it will take $45,000 off of your property value and save you several $100s in the process.
And I think it's important to note right here, as we're talking about veterans, we do have a very good Veteran Services Office. So
yes,
if you are a veteran, connect with them.
Absolutely.
Not just for the tax exclusion, but for a host of other services. So that's just a little soundbite for veteran services in
Yes.
there. But that's the disabled veteran exclusion.
Mm-hmm.
Now we have one called circuit breaker deferment. Did I get that right?
Yes, you did. So we only have one person in Caldwell County on this program right now. This is an annual application, and it does reduce the amount of taxes that you have to pay, but it's not an exclusion. So that if you disqualify from this program, you do have to pay it back.
Okay, so this is a little bit more complicated, a
Yes.
little bit I don't want to say risky, but there is that chance that
Yes.
your income increases above that set limit, and you'd have to pay it back.
Yes. So the income limit for this is if you're under $31,900, your tax bill is limited to 4% of your total household income. So that means the maximum tax bill that you would receive is $1,276. The majority of taxpayers in Caldwell County are under that amount anyway. But if your income is between $31,901 and $47,850, then it would be limited to 5% of your income, which would be just shy of $2,400, I think. So that's the maximum tax bill that you would have to pay, which doesn't benefit very many people in this county. That's why we only have one person on it.
But it is an option if you are over 65 and disabled and don't qualify for.
Yes, so if your income is slightly over the other program, this is an option if it's beneficial.
Right, and you really have to look at that. But you're there to help answer questions.
Absolutely.
So if I come to you and say, I'm over 65, which I'm not, by the way, viewers, but I'm over 65, do I qualify? You're going to walk me through it.
Absolutely. That's what we're here for.
So really a phone call, and we'll put your number up on the screen.
Okay.
Or stop by the tax office.
Absolutely. We're here Monday through Friday, 8 to 5. So there is somebody in our office.
Do we need to talk about the disqualifying events for circuit breaker?
We can if you want to. We don't
Sure.
have to. The disqualifying events that would make that have to be paid back is death of the property owner. So the heirs would have to pay back so many years of that deferment. If you transfer the deed over to an heir or a child, or if you just sell the property, those would have to be paid back. If you stop using it as your permanent residence. So if you decide to go on a wild hair, move to Florida or Texas or wherever people are moving now, I don't know. Yes, then you would have to pay that back. And we do check voter registration to make sure that is your permanent residence and cross-reference those things.
So really, the circuit breaker it's a good program if you qualify. But really, if you can qualify for those exemptions, and that's I'm going to mess this up.
$31,900.
$31,900. I was getting my numbers all confused in my head there. $31,900 for your income limit, and your property owner, disabled, over 65, and for veterans, there's no limit.
Right.
No income limit.
Yep.
So lots of good ways to save money.
Absolutely.
When do the applications have to be submitted?
The last day to turn all of the information is June 1st.
So there's some time.
Yes, and the application period runs every year, January 1st to June 1st. So if you don't think you'll qualify this year, you can definitely try us back in January, or just ask us to be put on the mailing list if you don't think you'll qualify yet.
So reach out to the tax office if you have questions. Brittany, is there anything we've forgotten? I feel like I've jumped around a little bit, but
No, I think we got it all.
okay. Thank you for joining me, Brittany.
Thank you.
And thank you for watching Caldwell County Today.